6 months of hope and progress. In September, Helene made landfall and moved inland, causing flooding and destroying homes, leaving more than 18 people dead in Tennessee. Our Casey Wheelis and Ted Hall are live this afternoon in Newport. Guys, that area, it looks a lot different than it did 6 months ago.
Yeah, Brittany, we were actually in front of Newport City Hall, one of the first buildings to reopen after being flooded. They had water almost knee deep, taking out so many important things inside that building. And then you have all these businesses behind us here in downtown Newport as well. Some of them taking the full 6 months to reopen, and then some of them still in question.
We're centered here in Newport today, at least with our live coverage, but we're also talking about Del Rio, about Unicoi County and the massive damage there and their recovery, and Hartford, the rafting town, almost to the North Carolina border. I went and had lunch today at Hartford at the little cafe that's managed to open up an outdoor restaurant area, had a really good sandwich, but it's kind of fascinating. There's not much open there. 6 months ago, and here's what it looks like now. You can see kind of the before and after. And my takeaway was, I'm glad they're making so much progress, but my goodness, there's so much more that needs to be done in beautiful Hartford.
You know, every time we do a story in Cobb County, people reach out to us. Don't forget about Hartford, a big rafting community there, and we've had some of our crews go out there to keep an eye on things. And that includes our Lexi Lepoff, who is out there today for us. And Lexi, you were able to actually talk to some of these rafting companies who are hoping to reopen if they haven't already.
Yeah, Casey and Ted, it's been one challenge after another for the companies out here. I've been following this story for us, and they've had so many unexpected challenges through December and January, unexpected flooding, crumbling roads. But earlier this month, one of those businesses led the first commercial rafting trip back on the river since the flood. It's something they worried wasn't going to be possible again this year.
We've seen flooding in this area before, but no one was really prepared for what was coming.
River guides like Heather Ellis will tell you rafting on the Pigeon River is a lifestyle. When Helene swept through Hartford, they lost more than just their jobs. Ellis and many other guides live riverside.
To have everything that I knew be completely gone, like not just destroyed, but everything swept away, it was a big shock.
Ever since the flood, the clock has been ticking for companies to rebuild for this year's season, facing endless setbacks on the way, from crumbling roads to even more unexpected flooding.
There goes a trailer.
There were so many things beyond our control that there was still some apprehension, but we're back.
Now with a new temporary rafting put in for this season, Smoky Mountain Outdoors Rafting is back on the water. It's enough to get them through the season while the county works to rebuild essential roads.
I think a lot of people have been holding their breath, and now we can take a collective sigh. We're just really excited to have a project in front of us that we know we can work on together and a way forward.
And a new beginning for guides like Ellis.
It's nice to be able to be a part of that historical moment where we get to embrace it and check it out and just fall in love with a whole new place.
Now, I checked in with Cobb County Mayor Rob Mathis this morning on the phone, and as for those infrastructure projects, those road repairs, he says the county is actively working to get designs approved and funding secured. And overall, the goal is to get that all up and running back to normal by rafting season for 2026. Now, for the businesses that are open right now, they say they're happy. We are open, but there still is a lot of work to be done. Now, coming up tonight, I'm talking with the president of the Pigeon River Rafting Association, and he's talking to us about what still needs to be done here and why they don't want to be forgotten. We have that still to come. Ted, Casey.
Lexi, thanks a lot. That Pigeon River is one of the most important rafting rivers in the entire country. It's actually one of the busiest in the entire country, does some of the most business, and so many of those rafting companies were just washed away. Some won't even try to reopen. Some are, and many are this close to opening up again.
Lexi mentioned that she talked with the county mayor, and he's actually here right now. We're going to talk with him here coming up in just a few minutes, Mayor Rob Mathis, to talk about what still needs to be done here in the county to move forward. But for now, Brittany, we'll send it back to you in studio.
All right, guys, thank you. We'll check in with you soon. Looking forward to that interview. Right now, a Tennessee bill that would grant